One day I was harvesting in my garden and thought, why not share some of this fresh produce with my chickens? So I diced up fresh tomatoes and homegrown chilies, mixed them together and fed them to my flock every day for a week. Would it boost their health, improve their egg production, or was I making a huge mistake? Stick around because what happened next completely surprised me. It all started when I noticed my tomato plants were producing like crazy. So I had so many tomatoes that I couldn't eat them all. At the same time, my chili plants were also bursting with small spicy peppers. I already knew that chickens love variety in their diet. So I thought, what if I mix these two together and see if my flock would benefit from it? Here's why I picked these two ingredients. Tomatoes are packed with vitamin A, C, and K, great for overall chicken health. On the other hand, chilies contain capsaicin, which has antibacterial properties, plus chickens don't feel spiced like we do. Both are rich in antioxidants, which help fight inflammation and it keeps their immune system strong. So I chopped everything up, mixed it together, and I fed it to my chickens every single morning. But would they even eat it? As soon as I put the bowl down, you can see my chickens, they went crazy. Now, they loved it, and some picked at the tomatoes first, others were just a little bit unsure about the chilies. Would they even eat spicy food within a few minutes? Though they were all in. I watched them eat every little piece, and by day 2 they were already waiting for it every morning, but I had no idea what effect it would have on them. By day 3, I started noticing some interesting changes. My hens were more active than usual. Normally after eating they would do their usual routine, pecking the ground, dust by bathing, or lounging in the sun. By this time they seemed more energetic, running around like they had an energy boost. Their feathers looked shinier. This might have been from the extra vitamins in the tomatoes, but by midweek their feathers seemed smoother and glossier, and they started laying more consistently. And this was the best part. I hadn't had any major problems with egg production lately, but I noticed an extra egg or two showed up in the next tick box. Coincidence maybe, but I wasn't complaining. By then, something even more surprising happened. The biggest shock came on day 5 when I cracked open an egg and noticed the yolks were noticeably darker. Now I know that a deep orange yolk usually means a high nutrient diet. Free-range chickens who eat a variety of plants, bugs, and fresh food, they tend to have richer, more nutritious eggs. So could this tomato and chilies be boosting their nutritional intake? Possibly. The antioxidants and the vitamins from the tomatoes combined with the metabolism boosting properties of chilies might have made the difference in egg quality. Let's talk about the pros and cons of feeding chickens tomatoes with chilies. After feeding this mix for a week, here's what I learned. In terms of the pros, it boosted their energy levels and overall activity. The feathers looked shinier or healthier, and there was a slight increase in egg production. Now the yolks were deep in color, possibly indicating better nutrient absorption, but I'm not really sure about that. Just let me know what you think in the comments. And also natural immune boosting properties from the capsaicin and vitamin C. But what are the cons? Now I did notice 3 cons. Chickens don't need chilies, so while it's fine as a treat, I would not overdo it. Tomatoes are fine in moderation, but the leaves and stems are really toxic, so be careful. No, I didn't give them any leaves or stems, and I usually keep my tomato plants in the garage in that sunny side of it where they are nowhere next to the chickens. And this diet is not a miracle fix. It's just a part of a balanced feeding approach, and I felt like it really helped to boost their health and egg production in a way. So I wouldn't completely rely on it, but I would use it every now and then when I need it. Now, would I feed them this mix again? Absolutely, but not every day. So here is what I'm going to be doing from now on. Here's how I'll start to incorporate this into my chicken's diet moving forward. I'll feed them tomatoes once or twice a week for extra vitamins. I'll occasionally add chilies during the colder months since it can help to boost circulation. And to be honest, during that week that I fed them the chilies every single day, it was quite cold. It was windy and there was rain involved, and I felt like they were more sticking in their coop most of the time. They were not as eager to go around. And I will continue focusing on variety, so including leafy greens, grains, and protein sources like mealworms. So if you want to try this with your flock, start small. Chickens love variety, but not too much of anything, because that can actually throw